What is up, everyone? My name is Joseph Hadaway, and I'm here to help you get your money and your finances on track. So this is the video I've been talking about for probably about a month now. In this video, I'm going to break down the 5 side hustles that I've been talking about in basically each of my previous videos to help you get started on them and optimize them today. The best part, all of these side hustles you can start today for $0. That's right, it is completely free to get 5 brand new income streams going today to help you make more money to save, invest, pay off debt, and most importantly, retire early. And while we're on the subject, you know what else is free? Subscribing and liking the video. I've really been enjoying making these videos for the past month or so, and I really enjoy making online content on personal finance, money, investing, side hustles, etc. And subscribing and liking the video is really the best thing you can do to support me and help my growth. Last thing before we get into the video, full confession, I've been on a lot of these side hustles for a few years or a few months now, so there are some services and products that I've paid for to help make my life a little easier. I'm going to break down what I've paid for in this video, and I'll make sure to note each one, but I'm also going to go back and provide a free option as well if you don't feel like paying for it either, or if you want to get in for free and see if you can scale it before paying for something. Either way, nothing I mention here is a paid placement. These are all legitimate products and services that I use, and whether I paid for it or it's free, I'll provide a link to it down in the description. And now that we've got everything out of the way, let's go ahead and dive right into it. Alright, so first up on this list is freelancing, specifically on sites like Fiverr and Upwork. There are several other sites out there, but those are my preferred two. Both sites are massive freelance marketplaces that help connect freelancers to companies and individuals who need to get jobs done. You can start making money on both today, and both sites are completely free to get started. Alright, so starting off with Fiverr first. Personally, I've been on Fiverr for several years now as both a buyer and a seller, and not too long ago I started a new account to test out being a new seller and seeing what it was like, because it's been a while since I made my account, seeing how much things have changed. I wrote a blog post about it on my website, hadawayfinance.com, and I'm going to link it down in the description below. Basically, sum it up though, I started a new seller account, made a gig for content writing services, and then I waited. After posting my gig, it took about a week to get my first order, and it's been pretty regular ever since, and I've found a lot of regular clients that come back week after week, month after month. Alright, so getting started on Fiverr is super simple. All you have to do is pick what you want to do, and for this example, I'm doing another writing gig, but the process is a little different for whatever you want to do, but it's really not hard. So let's go ahead, create a gig, name it, pick my category, language, and specific information about your gig. Again, it's different for whatever category you pick. From there, you create your packages to offer, describe your gig, set the requirements that you need from your clients, make a profile picture, and publish. It sounds like a lot, but I promise you it's really not. Depending on what your gig is, Fiverr may require you to take a short test, but believe me, they're not difficult. As you can see here, I already took the writing test as a native English speaker. Super simple. And as you can tell, of course, what I created here is not going to go live. Most everything in this video is for example purposes only, and let's call it like it is. This mess of a gig would never make me any money. My best tips for you to create a good and high converting Fiverr gig though are: number 1, make a good cover photo. Number 2, answer your messages. Most, if not even all, of my revenue and orders come from custom orders from people who message me first. And then look at what other people are doing in your niche. And they have a lot of good reviews. Obviously what they're doing is working. I'm not saying directly copy them. Instead, try to look at their profiles and their gigs, see what they're doing, and see what you can apply to your own. So moving over to Upwork, there isn't much more I can say here. Both Upwork and Fiverr are extremely similar platforms. The real biggest difference between the two is Fiverr is a freelance-driven marketplace where clients seek out freelancers, whereas Upwork is the inverse of that. It is very client-focused, where freelancers have to post bids on client projects. Then the client picks who they want to work with based on your portfolio and how much they're willing to spend. But again, very similar, create a portfolio, stand out, make money. For both Upwork and Fiverr, it really takes less than an hour to set up and create an account. From there, on both sites, you can scroll through hundreds to thousands of ads posted by clients who need freelancers to do work for them. From there, you can put in a bid, find regular work. If you're looking for more of a one-off, Fiverr seems to be a lot better for that in my opinion, whereas if you're looking for a long-term contract to be a full-time freelancer, you'll probably find more of what you're looking for on Upwork. Alright, moving on, and we're going to get this one out of the way early because it is my least favorite side hustle on the list, and I'll explain as we get into it, and that is taking online surveys for money. As much as I don't like this, it really can't be overlooked, and it's one of the easiest ways to start getting paid today. As you probably already know, brands will pay for your opinion, and there are multiple sites to help you find surveys. Alright, so let's go ahead and hop on Google, find a good survey site. Here we go, bank rate, perfect. Here's a great list to get started, so let's just go ahead and grab this first one, Swagbucks, and see what it's all about. Okay, getting started here with Swagbucks. I made an account and here we are. Go ahead, I have it on the screen. This is why I mentioned that surveys are my least favorite type of side hustle. They definitely work, but as you can see here, one Swagbuck equals 1 penny. So when you take a lot of these surveys, you're getting pennies on the dollar at best. Granted, the stash reward looks pretty nice, but outside of that, you got what, 10 cents, 50 cents, $1, and 5 cents? You really have to look at all of these and kind of ask yourself, are they worth my time? All right, so I went ahead and verified my account. I'm on to the first quiz they gave me as soon as I reopened after verifying my email. Let's go and do a quick time lapse through it. All right, so I went ahead and finished the survey. All in all, from account setup to finishing the survey, it took me about an hour, and I made $4. Not great. All right, so looking right now at the other surveys they have here and things that I'm eligible for, I will say, starting off, this is a super impressive list compared to a lot of the other sites I've seen in the past, but a lot of this money is still pennies. I mean, let's look right here at this first one. That's $1.50 for 15 minutes, which works out to about $6 an hour. And for the most part, the rest are similar. Some are a little more, some are a little less. All in all, not bad, not great. If you want to sink time into this, there is money to be made. It's super simple to get started. It's super simple to make money on it, but you really have to ask yourself, are there better ways to spend my time? But if this is what you want to do, again, took about an hour and I've already made money from it. And it is really just that simple. This is probably the simplest side hustle on this list to get started on and start making money today. And that's really why I felt the need to include it. Of course, you'll probably have to take some time to find the right sites and the right surveys, and of course the time to take the surveys that make you the most money. But if you do it right, you can make a lot of money and you can start getting paid today. All right, next up we have one of my favorite side hustles on this list, and that is Redbubble. Redbubble is an absolutely amazing service that's been helping artists and designers get paid for their work for almost 20 years now. Getting started with this is super simple. You just need to make a design, open a store, and set up your payment information, and that's really about it. You can make designs yourself, or you can hire someone else to do it for you. As you can see here, I'm back on Fiverr. I have an abundance of freelancers that can help you design shirts, mugs, clothing, whatever you want. There's someone here who can do it. And as you can see, this is the first part of the video where I really cheated. A few months ago, I was trying to expand my online store that I already have, and I paid someone on Fiverr to create some designs for me. I paid over $200 for these designs, but you can definitely create your own for free, and I'm going to show you how in a minute. Let's go ahead and look at what I got. And I'm suddenly realizing why I never use these designs. All right, so after looking at those, I'm gonna go ahead and make my own design in Canva, which is a completely free design software. I've talked about Canva a couple times before on the channel. I absolutely love it, and I cannot recommend it enough. It's just not a paid promotion. I do pay for Canva Premium, so I get some extra design options, some extra things available for me. Make that note later in the video because we're gonna be on Canva a lot. But if you don't want to pay for Canva, it is completely free and you don't need to pay for it to get started. So one of the big perks of Canva, one of the things I love, it has a wealth of pre-made designs for everything you can think of. Here I have the t-shirt creator open. You are not free to just directly, steal and market these designs, but they can be used as a base and inspiration for your own designs. Here I go working on one. I love coffee. I probably love coffee a little too much. So I'm going to design something around that. And there we go, perfect. As a bit of an editor's note here, Canva does allow you to create PNGs with transparent backgrounds. I forgot to click the box for transparent background in this design. You'll see it in the next clip too. It looks terrible and I did not catch it until I was looking back at the footage. So you can do it, I just didn't. All right, after you created your design, all that's left to do is create your shop, which is really just creating an account on Redbubble, uploading your design to Redbubble like I've done here, and putting it on the products that you want to sell. Of course, you got to put in a little bit of information, a name, description, but as you can see here, Redbubble has a huge selection of products that you can sell your designs on with no real limit. I'm putting this design on a t-shirt because that's easiest for me and that's what I like and that's what I want it on. But the customization options are truly endless. And just like that didn't take long at all. Mine is ready to go live, and you can do the same. All in all, what you saw here took me about an hour from start to finish, design something, make an account, set up my store, and get everything ready to sell. Obviously, this is not a complete store. I mean, I only have one design. If I'm going to keep this going, I'm going to need more designs. I'm going to need to list more products, and I need to market my art some. My best advice for marketing your art is to use social media sites. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube are all completely free to use, and there are thriving communities of artists on each of them that you can tap into to help grow your store and your social media presence. All right, and next up, here we go again with another super popular side hustle that you've probably heard quite a lot about lately, and that's Amazon KDP. KDP stands for Kindle Direct Publishing, and basically means that you design something and then Amazon handles all the back office. I've talked about this a lot. There's been a lot online about this and a lot of information you could definitely look up. So in this video, I'm going to create a brand new product from scratch, get it all ready, and list it. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we're going to get started here with a service called bookbolt.io. Again, this is another service that I've paid for in the past, and I do continue to pay for, but you can use it for completely free. For the purposes of this video, we're only really worried about the 3-day free trial. Believe me, if you put your nose to the grindstone, maybe set a weekend aside or a long weekend, you can start a pretty nice catalog in only 3 days from BookBolt. As you can see here, BookBolt basically is a KDP machine, and you can create a book here in minutes and have it posted for sale today. Getting started on this, first thing we're going to do is download the book pages. I don't remember if I mentioned this before or not, but BookBolt is made to help you create low effort, low content books on KDP. Examples of this kind of stuff are like planners, notebooks, coloring books, whatever. Something that is always, very similar. How many different types of planners do you see? That really doesn't require much work on your part that people can buy basically infinitely. As you can see here, BookBolt has a lot of options, to say the least, for you to download and use as the inside pages of your book. And for the purposes of this example, I went ahead and downloaded 52 weekly planners to make a year-long weekly planner. Alright, so now all that's left to do is publish your new book on Amazon. I'm not going to make an account on here, but it's very, very simple, as everything on this list is. Amazon just needs your name. They're going to ask for your social security number, your banking information, your home address. That's really about it. It really only takes 10 to 15 minutes to get started or create your account. Then you can almost instantly get verified and get started. So let's go ahead and talk about getting your book listed or published. First off, you're going to need to fill out some simple information such as, of course, the title, the author's name, a quick description, keywords, categories. Super important to get those right because that's how people are going to find you on Amazon. And I'd also highly recommend using the free ISBN that Amazon provides you. So let's go ahead and talk about the cover creator now. Of course, your book needs a cover. I'm not going to go too into detail here because Amazon's cover creator is super intuitive and easy to use. Plus, the tutorial they give you is surprisingly robust for what it is. Like, it really handles absolutely everything. And as you can see by the cover I'm making here, graphic design truly is my passion. So now that we have such a beautiful cover to go on this amazing book, all it's left to do is check the book for accuracy. Amazon lets you scroll through it, set our price, and Amazon's really, really good here about defining your profit margins by different regions and modeling basically for you. And then you just publish it and wait for the sales to roll in. Alright, once again here, as you can tell, I'm not going to post this. This is extremely low effort, 100% for example early, and if I did post it, I'm not going to sell any. Let's call it like it is. Over the past few years, KDP has become quite a crowded market. Not overcrowded, but quite crowded. So if you're going to sell anything on there, it needs to be good quality and it needs to provide value to the buyer. Luckily for you, BookBolt, Amazon, Canva, and there are 100 other sites that provide services on KDP that can help you stand out from the crowd. Alright, and for the last side hustle of this video, we're going to be talking about my personal favorite, YouTube automation. I will say this is the only side hustle that you definitely cannot make money on today, but it can be a really nice income stream for you down the road, and I've gotten a few DMs on Twitter asking me about it. So what is YouTube automation? Basically, it's a method of creating low-effort videos, or even have someone else do it for you from your own content or other content that you legally obtain, whether it be like Reddit posts, news articles, etc. Let's just go ahead and the best way to do this is to show it. So let's make a new YouTube channel. Okay, I lied a little. We're not actually making a new YouTube channel, which you can make a Google account, click create a channel. 30 seconds, you're done. Rather, this is basically what we do at Work Hard, Retire Early YouTube automation. We start off the process, either myself or someone else on the staff, write these articles. We try to get out 2 to 3 a week. And here's our most recent one. As you can see, we've been on a bit of a hiatus, coming back very, very soon, I promise. After that, we publish the articles on our website, workhardretireearly.com, if you want to check it out. Selfless self-promotion there. We plug them into a TTS tool, add some stock videos, and post them up on YouTube. So for our purposes at Work Hard, Retire Early, we use a program called Speechelo. It's a little higher quality. It does cost a little bit of money. It's really not expensive. I think we only paid like $39 for a lifetime. Please fact check me on that. I'll link it down in the description below. But there are free options, as this is the free side hustle video. So for the purposes of this video, I have the original article file here on Google Docs, which is also free for you to use. I'm going to plug it into the ttstool.com, select a voice, and download. All right, from here, it's super simple. I'm once again headed back to Canva. We love Canva on this channel. Canva, if you want to sponsor me, hit me up. From here, Canva provides free stock videos you can add and use for free. I'm going to start placing those. And of course, would it have been better to rework the article into a more of a YouTube script type and broken up into several smaller voice fragments? You bet it would have. But that's really beyond the scope of the video and how far I want to get into this. I want you to have full creative freedom over everything you do. And also, this video is already way longer than I ever intended it to be when I was originally writing it. And now that the video is done, all that's left to do is download it and upload it to YouTube. And it's really that simple. Like I said from the beginning, this is going to take some time to get going. You're not going to make any money off of it today. And of course, as you can guess, channels like this don't really generate many, if any, brand deals. So you're going to have to rely on YouTube AdSense to make money off of this and to monetize your channel. So you will have to hit the 1,000 subscriber minimum that YouTube requires for monetization. But if you keep pushing, creating great content, you'll reach it in no time. You're going to have an amazing income stream going. And that is how you can create 5 brand new income streams from home today for free. Follow these step-by-step guides, and I guarantee you'll have a new income stream and making more money very quickly. Then that is all for this video. Let me know, are there any side hustles that you would like me to talk about, make a video about, or test? Put them down in the comments below. I'll get to my favorite ones as I can. Or if you have any questions about your money or side hustles in general, I always have time for a one-on-one coaching session. Check the link down in the comments. Overall, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at jhadawayfc, link in the description. Also, if you want to hear me interview successful investors, early retirees, entrepreneurs, and business owners every week, check out my podcast over at Work Hard, Retire Early. New episodes are returning soon. And last thing, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any of the new videos that I post, and I'll see you next week.